And we are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mecca of Banter podcast.
Jeez, man.
Woo! It's a beautiful 70 degrees in St. Louis. The vibes are up. Electric weekend of footy, almost as electric as Dobes' Tom Selleck mustache that he's rocking right now. This dude is full-on Movember. What a beauty of a guy. But hey, fellas, I'm happy to be your host tonight, Booch Maine. Excited to be here with all of you. And let's start with our introductions. And I'm gonna start it off with Hoove, just because Hoove, you've been on such a high the last few weeks, and that high is gone. You know, I just want to see how the vibes are.
I'm strapping in my overhead seatbelt for the roller coaster that I continue to tell you that we are on with Tottenham Hotspur, baby. So it's the same but different, but yeah, you know, I'm good personally. Everything else is fine. I'm just pretending that I didn't even watch that game on Saturday. So we'll hit on it when we need to, but good to be here.
Absolutely. Great to see you as always, brother. Let's head over to Lucas Dinkelberg. How we doing, sir?
Dinkelberg.
And he's muted.
Lucas, no, you muted yourself.
Oh no! Is
No.
that a SpongeBob reference? Dinkelberg.
That's Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parent Dinkelberg. Yeah, Jake, who decided not to join us tonight, always calls me that too. No man, feeling good. Tied for second with your boys in red right now. A lot of injuries at the moment. You know, playing the tiny violin, but thank God we had Burnley this week and smashed them. Excited to dive into that. It feels weird. This is like the first week in a long time that in a lot of episodes, at least this season, that we've had where we haven't had to talk about the MLS or St. Louis City. So kind of sad about that. But and then international break next weekend, which sucks too.
Oh.
Worst.
But I'm sure for some of you guys that are trending downwards, an international break might be needed. So could be good for some, bad for others, but we'll see. But happy to be here, boys. Good to see you guys.
Did you
Great
just
to
say
see you,
a lot
brother.
of injuries? Is that what you?
We had 7 injuries when we played Burnley on.
That's all this podcast is going to be. Is
Dude, and I hate talking about it, but yeah, I know.
Well,
tiny violin,
sorry, brother.
Tiny violin.
I don't feel bad for anybody.
No, I don't either.
Especially who when you're in 7th in 2 weeks.
Facts.
One of those
Hey,
weeks.
but injuries aside, Winks. Injuries aside, it's good to see you thriving and vibing, my boy.
Hey.
All right. Hey, we're gonna pass it on over here to the man who actually had a decent game this weekend. Holy shit. They freaking were electric. Nick Hayflinger's Chelsea. Nick, how we doing, brother?
We're good. We're good. Like I said last week, happy that I don't have to scroll in the table to find us. That's always a plus. Game of the season, I think, so far for us this weekend. And I don't understand how Anothny Taylor still has a job. But pumped to dive into it. Follow me on Twitter at Hayfy4. Yeah, happy to dive into it.
Yeah, we'll get into the Anothny Taylor talk here, you know, but sounded like Mikel Arteta over there, my boy.
My
All right, let's pass it on over to the United boys. Let's start off with Tom Selleck Jr. Dobby, how we doing, bro? Dude, that mustache is elite.
Doing well, fellas. Don't mind us. We'll just keep climbing the table, let the whole world talk shit on us. But no, it's good. Just kind of like Wink said, thank God we played Luton this weekend because we looked terrible. And a Victor Lindelof winner got the job done, just like we all expected. So +3.
Never doubt.
5 points out 4th. Starting to get healthy, unlike some others. So all positives from this end.
So I'm talking about, baby. I'm also so
positive.
glad that I'm so glad that tonight we get to share this podcast together, Doze, because I know that you got some stats prepped for this one, and I'm straight emotions on this one. Just straight emotions. So we'll get the best of both. But what's up, y'all? It's 10. It's a great week to be a Manchester United fan. I mean, as Dope said, we're just slowly, quietly creeping up there. Let the world hate, and we'll prove them wrong. So happy to be here.
Happy to see you, fellas. Happy to see you. As always, we're going to start it on off with our Premier League breakdown from this past weekend. And I am excited to start off with the first game of the weekend. Wolves beat Spurs 2-1. A very injury hit Spurs. I'm sure we would hit on that. But Hoove, man, you want to break this game down here? Two late goals, man. What's your reaction?
You know how like when people have like trauma in their lives, like a general human reaction is to just bury it and not think of like ever like have that memory. I blacked out. I got nothing. No, but seriously, yeah. Who is this team without James Madison and Mickey Van de Ven and Christian Romero? We saw exactly who they were. We had Ben Davies and Eric Dyer, two very strong Spursy legends back in the starting lineup. Totally deserved. So glad they're still at the club. But I mean, at the end of the day, like, yeah, I don't have a ton to say, mostly because they lost the game themselves. It wasn't Eric Dyer. I mean, Eric Dyer didn't look great by any means. It was a collective effort to piss it away. Like they did not look good. It was uncharacteristic. Obviously, you miss the creativity from Madison and at least just some competent ball handling on your defensive line, but. No, there wasn't a lot to be excited about, and it was just the lack of game awareness and, having a little bit of like calm in the moment with Spurs and watching the last two goals were comical. I mean, like they basically gave Wolves the ball and were like, "Well, here, good luck, see if you can score," and they did. So, it was if you do watch the build up to the last 60 seconds before Wolves scored the winner was genuinely like my Marquette high school freshman team would have had a better game understanding of the time that was left on the pitch to just fucking relax on a free kick, move people up, and dump it upfield. Like, that's not the way they do it. That's not the Ainge way. But neither is just rushing the ball on a free kick straight to a Wolves player to start a counterattack. Like, the game awareness is miserable. So I'm pissed about it because of just I think the general reaction that they had. I do think it gets better. Like it can't get worse. That was miserable. Like what are we doing? So international break comes at a good time. Udogie's back for Emerson on the left next game, which is apparently crucial. I didn't, swapped the right back to the left back side and made him play an inverted wing, and suddenly forgot how to play the game. So, yeah, hopefully there's a little bit of response there, and I just hope Ange went in and just kicked their ass in the dressing room. Like I have to assume that. Obviously he wants to play and win and score more goals, but the way that they reacted in the last 10 minutes of that game was embarrassing. So,
Yeah.
I think they got a rightful telling off, and with Ange, you just move. You just go to the next game. We've got people, super crucial players out till January, so I'm not sitting here expecting the world by any means, but at least some fucking response and effort and emotion.
That's
Would
an
love to see
interesting way
that.
to think of things. It's very interesting. And injuries affect. It's
Relax,
crazy.
relax,
Hey,
relax.
all I wanted to say is it's real good to have Hoover back.
All of this is a result from Daniel fucking Levy. I don't want to sit here and point fingers, but it's him. It's his fault. We wanted two center backs in the summer. Oh, just kidding. We spent all of Harry Kane's money. We can't get two center backs anymore. Now we have Eric Dyer, and it's the exact same 2021 Spurs. Like the core of that team is not strong enough to sustain this football that they want to play. I don't think. But with some depth, there's no reason it couldn't be. So Eric Dyer's not making those 40-yard sprints and tracking down defenders, and nor is he playing competent back passes out of the back line. But
Has it
He's
come
here or
out
there.
on when Madison's coming back?
he's
New
not
Year.
till New Year.
New Year.
Yeah, January.
Sheesh.
Richie's out a month. And none of these are like, I'm not sitting here and saying, fuck our injuries, blah, blah, blah. But, we lost literally the 3 best players on the team minus Sonny in one half of football, bro. Like, you guys have had years build up over the course of the season, which sucks. There's a little bit of, throw away and call that what it is. But, to watch that happen in one game and just be expected to turn around and not see a difference, fuck, no shot, no chance.
Death, taxes, and Spurs are still Spurs.
Crazy.
We can pump the brakes on all that business. Ange didn't win Manager of the Month 3 months in a row for fucking nothing. There's a reason. We're still 4th, fools. So let's just
but let me ask you this:
brakes on all that.
let's just say this is like the turn of your season, and not saying this is going to happen, but let's say like you start losing games and you finish legitimately in like 7th or 8th at the end of the season after the first 3 months of the success that you all had. What do you make of the season at that point? Is it like and instilled his philosophy, we saw what it could be, but then Spurs are Spurs, or like is it disappointing?
Back the guy. It's back the guy. If we finish above 8th this year, and I said this at the beginning of the season, anything above 8th is a literal improvement. You can't. There's no way to look at that and be like, it wasn't as good as we wanted with half of a Conte season. Like anything above 8th is an improvement, and you take that. But yeah, 100%. You guys yourselves have said, and first couple of months that we were most watched TV for a bit there. So
there's no way I said that.
There were people in this podcast that said Spurs were must watch. So yeah, it was electric as fuck. There's no way around that. And if you have players to come in and replace these guys and play like a big club, that's the thing. Does Levy want to be a big club? Like that's the rotating question that we find ourselves in, because if we kept these guys healthy till January, I think Levy invests more. Like there's something to build on, and you can see that there's a trajectory with it. Like if we lose a couple of these key guys, you have to replace them. But now I think, we're going to scrape through January, hope to find some sort of defensive backup, which is a horrible time to buy a center back. Like it's the most crucial position a lot of times in the winter. So, you're going to get overpriced on everything. Like the response in January for sure is going to be telling, but if Ange finishes above 10th, bro, he's staying at the club. Like the way that the fans responded, not only just to what was happening on the field, but like the general positivity that he just brings, and like being a normal fucking dude is not something Spurs fans have had since probably Poch. But even Poch in his own right was like a bigger, more established manager, and he had every right to act that way. This guy is like, sure, I'll try it another year. Like, there's nothing there. It's the excitement was there. It's still there. Everyone's super pissed because it won't continue. But I don't think we're falling off the tracks here. I think, he's a great manager from what we've seen. And obviously it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, but he's going to get a response out of somebody.
I think especially with the success that you all have had so far, if Levy doesn't come out and back him in January and the summer, I think the fans will really start having it out for Levy more than they already are. Like it's not like anyone's Levy in, but like I think they'll really start to do it because like
you forget about the owner. Go ahead.
Yeah, just like previously, y'all didn't believe in your manager in the way that you do now.
Yeah.
Like other than Poch, but like every manager that you've had in the interim, like it's just like whatever. But now I think that it's a big deal.
You forget about the owner when you do well. Like
Totally.
that literally just pulls all criticism from anyone for the most part. Obviously there's things that you want to, nitpick, but like some clubs, once it's not like we've ever forgot about him, but now I think you're 100% right. It's so crucial that he's said it himself. He's like, it feels like we've got our Tottenham back, which is the dorkiest thing for the chairman to say, because it's literally on you, bro, to determine what our Tottenham is. So, there's positive things to see into it, but we lost to Wolves on Saturday 2-1 with 2 late goals. So that's
He said, I guess it's summation. That did happen.
At the end of the day, yeah.
Well, we will see what is to come in the next few weeks from the Tottenham Hotspur after the international break. We're going to head over to the other side of London, the Arsenal Gooners, who, in my opinion, had a very lucky 3-1 win against Burnley at the Emirates. I think we all watched that game. I think you guys could agree on that one. But, Lucas, go ahead and break this one down for me, my boy.
Yeah. So, but before we get into that game, I found out today from an article, because I know that we've talked about it the last couple of weeks, but it was released that Odegaard missed the last 2 games due to a concussion that he got from being hit in the face with a ball at training. So that's why we never really saw anything in that West Ham game that that led us to believe that, like, he had a knock or anything like that, which was weird, and then they never really released anything. So he's had the last 2 weeks off, and then we've got the international break this weekend. So, everything I've read said that he's projected to come back after the break, which is good. But obviously hurts not having him in the middle of the field and having to play Kai Havertz instead, who continues to have below average performances. Agent, as Nick would say,
bro, he's
gonna beat him to that punch, dude.
He's not look good, dude.
I know, and it's one of those things that, like, you just want him to figure it out so bad, and you see little glimpses here and there of creativity, but outside of that, yeah, it's just been below average, below expectation.
He'll score you one amazing goal.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But one amazing goal when we're up, 3-0 isn't worth 70 million. So something's got to change with him. We'll see. But
I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah.
I think he's doing exactly what we want him to do. I think that's
exactly what Arteta wanted him to do.
Yeah, buddy.
Exactly the player that we want him to be.
Thanks for that.
Fucking announcers in the Chelsea City game couldn't stop saying that the last goal that Chelsea scored against City was Kai Havertz. They said it 4 times during the broadcast.
Yes, they did, bro.
Dude, I was like, get over it, dude.
Rare. But no, I mean, 3-1 win, it's exactly what should have happened. I will say, before I go into our team, shouts to that Koleosho kid, the 19-year-old from Connecticut.
Kid's a dog.
Dude, I guess you guys watched it, but, like, props to him for outbodying Tomiyasu on the goal line there and getting the hockey assist for Burnley's only goal. If they were going to score a goal, I'm glad that kid played a role in it. But I guess he played with Italy's under 20s over the summer, but both the USMNT, Nigeria, and Canada also have the ability to get his commitment for the first team. So he's a dog, and obviously would love to have him on our side. And out of all of those countries right now, I think that we're positioned the best for the next World Cup. So I hope that, over the next couple of years, we can kind of, our diplomats or whoever's in charge of getting these guys can.
Fucking Greg.
Yeah, I don't want to hold my breath, but he's a dog. But yeah, Trossard opened the scoring, scored our 1,000th goal at the Emirates since it opened in all competitions, which was really cool. Also, all 6 of his goals this season have been assisted by Saka, and so I'm getting, like, Ozil, Giroud vibes from that, because I know that in sometime between, like, 2014 and 2016, that time when Ozil was still doing really, really well, they were both connecting a lot on goals, and so I hope that the way that Trossard played, I hope he gets more time starting up top. I think he did really well. Saliba's a Rolls Royce, and Zinchenko absolutely balled out too. He finished the match, man of the match, but had, like, the most touches, most aerial duels won, which isn't normal for him and where he plays on the field. More tackles than anybody else on our team, and then finished off the game with that scissor kick. in the 74th minute, I think it was. But he balled out. I don't really have a whole lot to say because it's Burnley. Besides that, 3 points is 3 points, whether we were missing some key guys or not, whether it was our best game or not. It's one of those games that we talked about last year and several years past with our team that we need to beat the teams that we should beat and not put too much emphasis on that. And so I think we did just that. And now we've got a week for our guys to rest up over the international break for those that aren't playing, and then go into the next weekend. So good win, boys.
Yeah, good win for the Gooners. Moving on, we've got Man United Luton Town, man. Very tough team to beat in the Premier League, Luton Town. Let me tell you. Tough
Not
team to
everyone can
beat.
do it.
United 1-0 win from goal scored by Victor Lindelof. A nice little finish there.
His name.
I do love Butch because that's like his attempt at banter here.
Hey, listen, Lindelof scored his goal, okay? But hey, you United boys, break this down for me here. No red cards today. You had to be feeling good about that.
Yeah, some have 15 injuries throughout the season. Some complain about 3 injuries, and some just get the job done. So this United team, did what we do, and we got the job done. Injuries and all. But truthfully, if anybody watched this game, it was extremely boring from start to finish. It was more so kind of exactly what you expected against Luton. They kept the ball for a good, I think it was like 60-70% possession throughout the entire game. Luton definitely still looked dangerous on the counter a few times, but I think from the United perspective, it's what we've seen the entire season. Like, we still don't have a striker who's scored goals. We still haven't had anybody really step up and be that creative guy. It's more so been one moment of luck and one moment of magic, and we've scored, versus more so anybody being creative. I think, interesting enough, I shouted him out last week. I'm going to keep doing it until he eventually gives the ball away, makes a mistake, does what he always does. But Harry Maguire was class. I think it's the most progressive balls in the final third Saturday for us. I think it was 96% pass accuracy, 16 of 18 long balls. Just a great performance. But other than that, truthfully, it's kind of like Wink said. It's Luton, so you can't get too high. But we'll just keep stacking up results in the Premier League. Hopefully, we start to get some people healthy a little bit. But at the same time, we can only really play who's in front of us. I think it is interesting because you look at Maguire's playing Varane out of the team right now, which I think is the most insane statement that I've ever said. I also sent Butchie a stat earlier that was most successful long balls in the league, and Harry Maguire's blowing out. Virgil van Dijk, Ruben Diaz, he's got the top in the league.
Yeah,
But I'll be
Rodri too.
Yeah, ahead of Rodri. I'll take the 3 points any way we can right now. I will say Mason Mount came on the 40th minute. Christian Eriksen, after he got injured, Mason Mount covered every single blade of grass. I think we're finally seeing a little bit of because Ten Hag hasn't made him the first name on the team sheet, when he does come in, the dude just works his fucking socks off. He was absolutely everywhere. We got a little bit more creative as soon as he came in the game. And now that Eriksen's going to be out for, I think that's a month and a half potentially, it's going to be Mount's chance to step in and see what he can do. But happy with the 3 points, of course, take it anywhere you can get them, but still not exactly happy with the creativity we're showing in the final third.
Yeah. Henry, let's
No,
see.
I didn't get to watch really any of this game at all. I was working. But we talked about it last podcast, even in these games, it's so big for our season to get 3 points out of this game, not just one, or certainly not zero. But we beat the team that was in front of us. Also like to see the starting lineup of Rashford, Højlund, and Garnacho, all three. Looking to see a little bit of trust in that. And then also Anthony's playing like dog shit. So it's nice to see that he's finally dropped in there. But the injury list is it's piling up. It I don't want to keep beating this horse, but saw a list earlier, right before we got on, and it just made me want to throw up. So updated list of players unavailable at certain points this season for Manchester United so far. Eriksen, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, Maguire, Shaw, Højlund, Reguilon, Malacia, Casemiro, Amrabat, Menu, Mount, McTominay, Diallo, Rashford, and Johnny Evans. All this season. I'm
sounding Sounded like Nikki from 2022.
Bro,
So
I know. I was like, this is crazy though. Like,
Our
like
list is
obviously we
similar.
talk about it. We talk about how we need those players, but like, I think seeing it listed, I was like, that's fucking nuts. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, 3 points, man. Couldn't be more excited about that. That's a really big bounce back after what was, the midweek performance of Copenhagen. We'll get to that too. But yeah, like Dobe said, picking up points in the Premier League. That's about where we are at the moment.
I do
Yeah.
think it's like the international break came at the right time for us too. Like even though we did get a result, it's like we desperately just need 2 weeks for guys to just get a rest, try to get back healthy. We have a tough run of games coming up. I think we got Chelsea, Newcastle, Villa's mixed in there. I think Forest too. So like we can't afford any more injuries, and we can't afford to drop any more points. We've been good in the Prem over the last course of the month, but at the same time, like we have a tough run of games coming up.
This is no banter against you guys, but who's like the first name on your injury list that you guys really want back?
Licha.
Okay.
That's who I
Like
want.
he was. I guess there's two. Like Luke Shaw, you can argue, and you guys
Yeah.
can say whatever you want. On his day, he's arguably the best left back in the Premier League. And Licha last year was like arguably our best player or one of our best players. And so he not only that, but like the way that Ten Hag goes with Licha is he desperately doesn't like to play with a right-footed center back on the left side. Like he desperately wants to play with a left footer on the left side. We don't have any depth, which is why I don't think he trusts Varane on that left side to like clear the ball with his left foot to play in possession, which is why every time you see they do play Varane and Maguire's that guy that sides over the left side. So like having Licha and that combination of even Varane or I guess right now Maguire, we can also play a high line. Like Licha is so much more athletic than Lindelof. He's so much better on the ball. I think he was like first or second on our team in progressive passes last year as well. It was just important to the way we play. But like we got to stick with Maguire and Lindelof until Varane steps up.
And hey, if your defenders keep scoring your guys' goals, I mean, maybe they'll get some.
just play more of them. Yeah.
But that's what's
More
crazy.
defenders on the field.
We're sitting in sixth, and we've had one striker goal this entire season.
That's
Sitting in
crazy.
sixth.
It is wild.
Oh.
That's wild.
But I think we're like what 7? Not saying this by any means. I think we're 7 or 8 points off the top of the table. We haven't had a striker that's like I was looking at today. It was like Son, like Spurs front three has like 15, City's front three has like 20 something, Liverpool's is the same way, and then United's has 1.
That's crazy, dude.
Dude, it's insane.
That's insane. I didn't even know that stat. That's kind of
Yeah.
lit.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, big result for Manchester United, and we're going to give a quick shout out because I think we've all decided that Newcastle is one of our most hated teams in the Premier League. And Newcastle lost 2-0 to Bournemouth, and they were bitching and moaning about all these injuries after the game. And I was like laughing my ass off at. Did you guys see that?
Wild.
Yeah, Bournemouth.
Theirs is
great.
long too. There's a long.
Bro, cry me a fucking river, dude. These fans all of a sudden were just born on third base and got $100 billion injected in their club and are walking around like they've been here for fucking 40 years.
Yelling
It's
at
like
the players.
you guys can go with a few weeks of injuries. It's like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But shout out to Bournemouth because I watched that game. They were electric.
They looked so good.
They
Dominic
looked
Solanke.
unbelievable. Like there was like a 10-minute segment in the second half where I swear to God, Bournemouth had like 12 chances. I mean, they would just like strip the ball and go. And I was like, holy shit. Did you watch that game?
Yeah, it was electric, and they kept bringing it up in the broadcast, but like you have to assume that a lot of this there's some Champions League fatigue. Like yes, they have injuries, everybody's got injuries, but like they don't have the depth of the guys to be able to field a second team to competently play through the league. Like they've got a good starting lineup, they've got a couple guys underneath. But they've lost a few key players, and we're back to the relegation Bournemouth that we've all kind of known and loved. So I hope that continues personally. Sorry, any Magpie fans, but
It's nice to see Newcastle humbled a little bit. That's a great point, Hoof. Like they've gone from just playing in the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup, like those games, maybe a midweek game every now and then, to having to play for like 2 months straight with basically a midweek game every single week, and it's like it takes a toll on you.
Yep.
Absolutely does. So worrying times for the Toon. But we're going to move on here to Liverpool 3-0 over Brentford. I think it's undisputed now, and we can all agree that Mohamed Salah is the best Premier League winger of all time.
We're gonna let you say that for now. Let the fans roast you, and then you can move on with the rest of the view.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I think there's genuine backing behind that statement, and we need to talk about it.
Just get to your game.
But that's part of my game.
Just get to your game.
There's not much to say. It was. I was talking to Nick about it. It was pure domination.
Nunez had 2 goals called back.
Should have been a red. Should have been a red.
Shit, no. You tell me. Dude, that was nothing like Rashford's red card. 0.
It was worse.
It was not, dude.
It was studs up into a tackle, looking at the guy, being like, I'm going to get your ass, either you or the ball. And he went straight into his leg.
His eyes were on the ball, bruv.
And Rashford's were the other direction.
Rashford's is looking at the fucking goal.
Hey, dude, listen, we can let the chat and whoever comments spam if it was red card or no red card. I disagree. I think it was no red card. Okay, I think
they're both dirty players, and we'll just leave it at that.
Hey, listen. Luck may have been on our side with the red card if it was a red card, but it was an absolute dominating performance from Liverpool. I mean, Brentford did not have many chances at all. We controlled the game back to front, 90 minutes. All of our big players showed up and played well. Szoboszlai, fantastic. Obviously, Salah had 2 goals. Nunez, another assist. Jota had a goal. Freaking Samakas, 2 assists from left back. Andy Robertson 2.0. Turn me up, chat. Sign me up for that. This guy's an absolute baller. You know what I mean?
Dude,
Trent.
That's the first time I've heard anyone ever say that about Samakas.
Yeah.
Dude,
there's no team I hate talking about more than Liverpool. Like, I hate it, dude. It's the worst.
What aggravates you the most about talking about the Reds?
All of it. I think collectively, the personality of the club sucks. The way that they carry themselves sucks. Klopp as a personality.
It all stems from Klopp, man.
That's the thing. It's like I remember like growing up, like playing soccer against or playing soccer with people even where you're like, those parents suck, and then their kids suck. And that's what's going on with Liverpool. It's like all of them, dude. I can't stand watching a Klopp press conference talking about Salah being the best winger of all time in the Premier League. I'm like, gag me with a fucking spoon, dude. This is terrible.
Throw me a couple of best winger of all time Rex. Throw out some names.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
The guy that won a Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Salah has more goals in the Premier League.
So
Ronaldo's like half his age, dude.
Dude, what are you talking about?
Bruv. What?
Bruv.
Bro, Salah's only played 6 years in the Prem. He's already got more goals. Ronaldo played 5 years at United?
You're talking about a guy that came in, he was mid-20s with fucking buck teeth, dude.
You're forgetting the man was trash at Chelsea.
Salah came in his prime, and then Ronaldo still grew into the player that he was.
I don't think Salah being trash when he's at Chelsea is fair because Jose and the rest of Chelsea just ship wingers off all the time. So
I agree.
They
shipped off De Bruyne, dude.
I know, but I'm just saying those were years that he was in the Prem.
That's a good point. That is a really good point.
Okay, who else? Who else
on
would
the
you throw
bench.
in there? I think Ronaldo's a good shout, but who else? Ryan Giggs, maybe?
Giggs for
Pires,
sure.
Who?
Robert Pires.
You think Pires is better than Salah?
We're just throwing out names, not necessarily.
Who else?
I mean, there are not many, bro.
Mahrez is up there.
Beckham played winger.
He's like a right mid, yeah.
Yeah, Beckham for sure.
David Silva, or was he more midfield?
No, he was more
third in his
That's the
prime.
thing. Silva and Foden and guys like that, they just kind of play wherever. They don't fit into really any category.
Yeah.
Hazard.
I'd love to see Mo
Bro.
try and play midfield.
Hazard's a dude. I loved Hazard at Chelsea, but Salah's more productive. But Hazard was gross. He was gross.
I think
will
there's
say
an
that.
argument. I'm not a Liverpool defender, nor am I a Liverpool truther, but I do see an argument here to be had. But
I
maybe
see
not
the
for today.
argument. I just don't think it's true at all. I
don't see where he's
Well, of
going.
course you don't.
though.
You think you just said you hate everything about the club. Of course you're not going to agree.
If he stays 2 more years at Liverpool and puts up
Bro,
15
Gareth
goals a
Bale?
season,
Gareth Bale in the Prem over Salah. Come on, bro. Gareth Bale, Real Madrid, maybe. Not
Look at whose face. Who immediately was like, wait a second.
Gareth
yeah,
Bale.
you're right.
Spurs?
Same thing with Ronaldo. We're talking about the 18 to 24-year-old kid that was at Spurs that went and became like one of the best wingers at Real Madrid. So I mean,
Yeah, but I think there's just levels to the conversation. I don't think that you have legs to stand on in this one, but you know.
I think I've got a shout, bro.
Listen. If you're getting humbled by a Spurs legend in the conversation, there's like 2 of them in the club history. So like, I mean, it's just not looking good.
I think I could put Salah too, like at the highest. I just don't think I don't think we'll see anybody do what Ronaldo did in the Premier League again, man. Like
In terms of entertainment, I agree with you.
entertainment, quality of goals, winning, you name it.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I mean, Salah's up there, man. I just thought, God, this guy can't stop scoring goals. I mean, he's the clutch player for the club for the last 6 years. Every big moment.
There's a conversation. I'll let you have that conversation someday.
That time will come, my boy.
Time will come.
That time will come.
But back to the game. So Brentford needs a replay.
Yeah, for real.
I was gonna say Liverpool.
Yeah. Oh my God!
VAR stock built up from the Spurs game. So.
Replay for sure.
Your manager looks like a thumb, bitch ass.
Wasn't it Endo that like could have gotten sent off in the Europa League too?
Who?
Like Endo, wasn't it him like on Thursday went into a tackle like that? Should have been red, wasn't a red, and then again against Brentford. It was like 2 games back to back.
I don't think so.
I didn't see this.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, I don't think he had a red card dispute in that game. Dude, here's the thing. They didn't even go to VAR. I mean, they called if it was that bad, they would have looked at it.
When has that ever been the case?
Bro, I know you love VAR. I know you love VAR, bro. I know. bro, they didn't even call Rashford a foul in the game.
Yeah,
it was. They didn't even call a foul.
But I'm saying they went to it on VAR. They called them over and said, "You need to look at this."
Yeah, dude.
Yes, that proves the point of the inconsistency.
You're arguing for VAR. Like, we're just going to get you VAR tattooed on your forehead, man.
That's fine.
Just against your fucking whatever that you all lost. Oh, you can't even see the fucking background.
Yeah, what is it? I can't see that.
But while he's getting that, what are your expectations like in terms of like? I mean, get out of here with that, dude. What are we talking about?
Sheesh.
Oh, it's kind of like a red.
Oh.
But as of today, where do you think you guys are going to finish in the table?
Oh, dude, it's so early to tell. I'm in second
place. A lot
place.
of confidence there.
We're in second place, 1 point behind City. Like, I'm so content and happy with where we are right now. I mean, dude, like, I don't want to look too far ahead, but if we can keep everybody healthy, we could win the league.
Make that run, baby. Make that challenge.
We can win the league. Yeah, bro, we can win the league.
So confirm Butcher said Liverpool's winning the league.
Yep.
No, I said we could win the league if we stay healthy.
It's gonna be the title of this episode.
Clip it. He said they're winning the league.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Chat.
All right.
With Nunez as their striker.
Any
do it against Toulouse.
Anything less as a bottle?
Dude,
everything less is a bottle. Everything less is a bottle.
Okay.
Everything less is a bottle. What?
Is it dynasty shouts yet?
A bottle job by Liverpool, bro. You said title guaranteed.
You're the biggest spin zoner I've ever seen. Look at your bitch ass laughing. You're the biggest spin zoner of all time. All time.
I will say, bro, if Liverpool does stay healthy, they have as good a shot as anybody to win the title for
They
sure.
do. Like same, you could say the same thing about Arsenal and even, dude, Manchester City's the one team where they have depth everywhere. So yeah, they lose 2 guys, they'll be fine. But
They
all of
just
us,
tied Chelsea, so that's saying something.
yeah, we're gonna get to that right now. That's a great transition, Hoof. You're
You
a
lost to Chelsea.
human being. We're going to get into that here. Chelsea against Man City, arguably game of the season in the Premier League. We may not see a more electric
Easily game of the season.
4-4. 4-4 tie. We had 3 penalties and absolute madness
2 penalties.
going on. Nick, break this down for us, bruv.
Absolutely. I think you guys said it right on the head. Game of the season. It was definitely electric. Before I dive into it, I just want to start off by saying Anothny Taylor does not deserve a job in the Premier League. I think it is absolutely shocking and probably the one job out there that you can do bad and you get rewarded. The man has a shocking performance in the championship and then gets the City-Chelsea game. And, of course, the first big decisive move in the game is a penalty call that I think was absolutely not a penalty. Do I think that changes the outcome of the game? Probably not.
I can't
no
believe
means
Anthony.
is that a penalty ever. And
why did we give him this game? Where was the decision making in being like, oh yeah, he looked horrible last weekend. Let's give him the biggest one of the weekend.
I can't believe that.
Who consciously thought that?
I can't believe that. So I'll just start off there, and I don't even want to talk about the officiating after that. I was very happy with our performance. We went toe-to-toe with the defending champ / treble-winning City side. I think I've been saying it a couple of weeks on the pod. I think we perform better against better oppositions. When we face teams who like to sit in low blocks, we can never score. And that is something that we apparently found out how to do. In the past 2 games, we've scored 8 goals against Spurs and City. If you would have told me that a month ago, I would have said you're crazy. So, I mean, still 4 goals. Like, regardless, that those are goals going in the back of the net that I didn't think would have happened in the first place. The big shout I want to give as far as players on our team that had a good performance is Conor Gallagher. I've kind of been bashing him of late.
You owe him an apology.
100% I do.
Same with Sterling.
Well, Sterling, I still think has a bad game in him, and I'll still say that for a long time. But Conor Gallagher, every week has definitely put in a shift. This season, his effort has always been there, and I think he's finally getting rewarded for that because his play of late has been very, very good. Sterling, I thought had a good game as well. Like Dobes kind of hit on, scored a goal against his opposing side. Which was nice, but obviously Cole Palmer, he's the truth. I don't know if you guys think the same, but I think he has changed Chelsea's attack of late. We've been boring to watch beforehand, but since Cole has been a first name on the team sheet, it's definitely been a different going forward in the attacking third, which makes me really happy moving forward. With all that being said, we are still in 10th. So I'm still definitely not going to be on my high horse over here or anything because we're still definitely chasing any bit of points that we can find. So I will say though, result against Arsenal, result against Spurs, result against City in a schedule that we all thought that would be a very tough time for us. I think we did pretty well. And it also gave me some positivity moving forward. So I can't really say any bad thing after that.
It is good to see you with a smile, buddy. I will say.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been about 3 years. So
we missed that,
since we've won the Champions League.
I think we have to clarify 10th on goal differential.
Yeah.
On goal differential. You're still tied with Brentford. Still tied with Brentford in 11th.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
I do think it's funny that the 2 best Chelsea performances all season ended in draws. So no matter what it was.
And the Arsenal one should have been a dub, and this one could have. I'm not saying it should have been, but it could have. A deflection goal and a bad pen call, could have definitely gone our way.
I think the pen was extremely, extremely soft.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
I still think it was a pen. I think Cucurella is dumb for grabbing his jersey, bro.
What?
If you grab,
He doesn't even grab
they
his
fall.
jersey. He's like holding on to him barely.
Bro,
His
bro.
jersey is
he's
probably
bare.
lifting his
Bro,
jersey
he's
off the
bare.
front.
He's
You guys-
bare hugging him in the box, dude.
Rhodes does that every single corner of his life.
It's the Harry
Yeah,
Maguire
but-
special.
Brother, I'm agreeing with you. It's soft. It's the Hoyland penalty against City. It's the same thing. It happens all the time.
But not when the guy fouls him beforehand. Holland fouls him, and
Bro,
then Cucurella.
it's like you're saying it happens on every corner. But the issue is when they go to the slow freeze frame
You're right.
and they show it, they're going to call it. Like I'm agreeing. I don't think it is, but they're going to call it. Like
The Cucurella's only other option is I agree. They both grab each other at the beginning of the movement to go towards that call.
Holland
But
pulls him away.
what's he supposed to do? Like throw himself on the ground and hope that VAR comes back to that and calls that
I think
a
that's
foul?
the
Like,
thing. Yeah,
that's the kicker. I don't agree with the call. I think it was soft as hell. But like the way that we're gonna start objectively looking at these calls, like these defenders just have to be smarter than they've ever been.
Yeah.
And that's an unfortunate one because I didn't see it. But as a Man City better this weekend, and of which you ruined, I was all for it at the time. But
Also, not going to give him much shout out, but I think Cucurella had a decent game. Like he's been putting in okay
Shift,
shifts while we have some injuries.
guy runs.
Yeah.
Also,
The
like,
effort,
He does.
Yeah, he got his hell effort.
I am curious though. Like, I doubt they'll release the audio because why would they? But like, Anothny Taylor didn't call that a pen. Like, it was VAR that intervened. Like, he was watching the play, said no, and of course he had
the side ref called it. I'm pretty sure is what he
But-
was saying.
yeah.
Because Kuka
like-
then goes to the side ref and is like, "What are you calling?"
Yeah, so like I don't know. I agree with you that like he should have never been reffing that game for a million reasons. But like it's not like he made some crazy call. Like that wasn't him. That was VAR that did that. And like
No, and I agree. I think Dobes might have said it or Butch might have said he had a. Besides that, he
After
had
that, he didn't have. Yeah,
he had an okay match like as a ref.
Ref, yeah.
Besides that one miss, like it was better than normal Anothny Taylor, which is still shocking because he should not. I don't think he should have a job like ever.
it's just wild that they brought him up for that. Like they sent him down
Yeah.
for the sole reason of
They
being
send
like,
him down. He makes a
Hey, you're not doing
questionable
good
call
enough.
there, and then
and they gave him the biggest game of the weekend. Like I don't get that one.
because why
I
not?
will say, I think this was like, first off, this was like prime Barclays sort of game, but like
It was a lot of
this,
fun.
I think this is like, I low key wanted Chelsea to win, so City would drop points and there'd be chaos at the top, but at the same time, like this is probably the best result because City's only a point up, Chelsea stay in 10th, and we got to watch a 4-4 like Premier League classic game.
Yes.
So just like
Yeah.
the absolute best case scenario for the neutral.
Yeah, 100%. Well, regardless, I don't think we'll see a better game than that all year. No doubt in my mind. I mean, that was unreal. So, shout out to both teams on a great game. Electric 2 hours of football. We had some Champions League thrillers this week, fellas. AC Milan and our American lads knocked
Bro,
off
I'm so
PSG. boys.
stoked. I'm so stoked about it.
Boys.
Yeah.
So
Boys.
sick.
What were your thoughts on that? I Pulisic did get hurt. Pulisic did pick up a knock, which is a blow. But
I've heard it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be though. So
That's great.
that just a strain. But from what I know, Yunus Musa is making himself a role. Like
Yeah, dude, 100%.
you've got a how old is he? Is he 18 or 19?
I think he's 19.
You get a 19-year-old kid that just carves out a
Butch, how
center
old?
mid spot like that at AC Milan, and to trust him in the Champions League, that's
Yeah.
extremely telling to me.
Yeah, he's 20.
Which is can only good. Yeah, that can only be good for the States.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
no, but regardless, an awesome result for the Americans in AC Milan. But Copenhagen 4-3 over United. Fellas.
Brother, how do we go from like randomly tossing an AC Milan into just like all of a sudden we just skip over the rest of the games that happen and go straight to
Oh
Copenhagen?
no! Hey, look, this is right on my screen here, bro. I'm looking at it.
Bro, I'm
Look
saying
at
that.
it, bro.
There's literally 7
Oh,
of the
hey,
games that
hey,
took
hey.
place.
I'm just looking at it. You know what I mean?
We got representation.
Sure. Yeah, we have a ton of Milan support here.
I'm a Copenhagen fan since day one. You guys didn't know.
Facts.
What have I said since the beginning of this podcast?
Facts.
I'm a Toulouse fan since day one as well.
Oh, you bitch.
No, this game was as frustrated as I think I've been as a United fan all season, and I've been wanted to hang myself off the side of my house a lot of the season. But truthfully, it was like what sucks so bad is because the whole first half of the game, like it was the best that we've looked the entire season. Like we had fluidity, we had creativity. Højlund did what we need him to do in the Prem a little bit, but scored 2 strikers goals. And then the red card happened. I mean, I don't even think we need to debate it. I think most people agree that it's not a red. When you freeze frame it and you do the whole thing, maybe it is, but I think the intent wasn't there. You had no idea the guy was there, and then the whole game sort of switched. Now, by no means am I going to say that up 2 goals against Copenhagen, should we not be able to hold a result or at least get a tie? 100% we should. So that's no excuse for sort of the second half performance, but that's why it's so disappointing and frustrating because the first half of that game, we were money. Rashford was playing well. Looked like he was back to his old self a little bit. Bruno was playing well. Back forward, we were playing a high line, keeping possession. Højlund scored 2 goals, so we were kicking on all cylinders. And then, Copenhagen came back and did what they do. That's an extremely tough place to play. I don't know if you guys saw the fans and stuff like that. I think they've lost 2 home games in the Champions League since 2002 or something like that. But so yeah, obviously disappointed with the result. We've seen teams before go down to 10 men and still be able to get results out of the game. So I think that's what's most disappointing, especially to concede late how we did. So we've put ourselves in an extremely difficult spot. Now it's have to beat Galatasaray, and if results don't go our way, we have to beat Bayern Munich, who has not lost a group stage game in 5 years. So it's looking like Thursdays are going to sound pretty free to me, but
Join me, brother.
At the same time, I do have some optimism that we can beat Galatasaray. I'm more concerned about obviously that Bayern game that'll be sort of the make or break game at the end.
Harry Kane's looking like the best player in the world.
He's gonna eat your lunch. That back line's got nothing for him, bro.
But I also think though that we're going to be at the point where Bayern's through. The Champions League games will not mean anything. They'll have top of the group clinched. The rest of the teams are fighting for second. So I'm not saying, of course, that Bayern won't want to do what they've done at Old Trafford in recent years and come and fucking rip my heart out. I don't know if you guys remember the Evra goal, and then they came home and Robin scored and they knocked us out. But yeah, happy with the result, but our backs are against the wall, so we'll see what happens.
I was just gonna say, as a neutral, that Rashford red was wild.
That sucked, dude. That one sucked.
It's the game. But for me, it's the whole thing. It's there's zero intent, within anything he does. He may catch him
the ball, and actually steps on his foot.
But and his foot is horizontal. Yeah. His foot isn't up. His foot is horizontal, and he's stepping down, and the guy puts his leg there. It's just extremely unfortunate. Most people came out and said that it was, but it's like I said, if you freeze frame that and you give the ref an opportunity to go look at it at the monitor, he's not thinking about intent like they should be, but he's not. He's studs up, red, see ya.
If I was a player, I'm just putting my foot under people when they step. That's what I'm going to start doing.
Yeah.
Get around.
Mm-hmm. Well, another big result in the Champions League this week, 2-0 for Dortmund over Newcastle again. We love seeing Newcastle lose now. And it's hard to hate Borussia Dortmund. I've never met somebody who hates Dortmund, bro. Good for them.
Dortmund, yeah.
Marco Reus, beauty.
When Klopp was there.
Bro, I'm going to smack you in the head, bro.
I low-key love Dortmund when Klopp was there, and they went to the Champions League and lost to Bayern.
That was electric. Dude, they need to start playing Gio Reyna more, though, because they got no excuse for that. I need to see my mans on the pitch.
Facts.
Yep.
And then last but not least, in the Champions League, Arsenal 2-0 win over Sevilla. Winks, you got to be happy with that.
Very, very happy that Sevilla didn't have a leg to stand on that whole game, and I think we absolutely killed him on the wing. Trossard played striker that game too, and looked phenomenal, dropping in and connecting with Kai. Obviously Kai didn't make a huge impact, but just his ability to drop in and link up play, but also stretch the pitch and pull their center backs away from their position with his runs is awesome and refreshing to see. But yeah, really the exact result we wanted. I know we're at the top of the table right now, so we'll see what happens next there. But I'm pretty confident in us moving on beyond the group
No,
stage.
absolutely. Yeah, you guys are moving on, no doubt in my mind. But that's going to wrap up our Champions League recap this week. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a 10-minute segment, blind rankings.
Except for are we not going to just maybe throw out the Toulouse loss? We're not going to.
Oh no, we don't talk about Thursdays on this podcast. We don't talk about Thursdays. Just Tuesday, Wednesdays.
I have a serious question, and it's like we can just glance on it quickly. We don't have to sit on it.
Mm-hmm.
Is the issue for Liverpool depth to be able to play in 2 competitions like this?
Bro,
because not everybody can do it.
Love you, Hoove.
Here's the thing, bro. We had a bad start against Toulouse. We go down 2. We call back into the game. I don't think we have a depth problem. I think Harvey Elliott walks into almost all of your clubs, in my opinion.
Okay.
I think Gravenberch is a baller.
I really don't think he walks into any of ours.
I'll agree with you that I like Gravenberch. I think he's good. He's going to be a good player.
He is. He's a great player. No, but in all seriousness, I'll be concerned about depth if we lose Salah or if we lose Diaz. We lost Diaz last year for 6 months to a knee injury, and we literally shit the bed. He brought us so much energy and just raw talent on the ball in the wide areas, and not having him killed us. So we need to keep him fit.
So are you saying that sometimes when you lose 2 or 3 key players in positions that your performances drop off?
That's why I said depth, my boy. Yes,
Depth.
I don't.
Okay.
I'll be concerned if we lose somebody. Right now, I feel great. I'm a very happy Liverpool supporter.
Everybody in the Mecca that's listening to this is listening to this conversation owes Eric Ten Hag an apology with what we are hearing today in this podcast.
Listen, we talked about the Thursday game. We're going to move on from the Thursday game because we're going to finish it.
But we'll be seeing you on Thursday soon, bro. Don't worry about it.
Bro, yeah, we'll go have a nice cold Coca-Cola at Amsterdam and watch together.
Said, don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it.
Sweetheart. But I'm really excited, guys. We're going to finish this week's episode with a 10-minute segment, blind rankings. Super pumped about this one. And honestly, this one goes out to all my brothers and sisters who are defenders.
Let's go!
All my brothers and sisters who are defenders, this is for you because defenders don't get enough love in this game sometimes.
Facts.
And I want to show some love to all of these world-class defenders, and I want to blind rank them with the fellas for my brothers and sisters. So we're going to do that right now, okay?
Where are you putting Henry Wine in this list? Where are you putting
Okay. But you clarify for us. Are we doing
center backs?
Is it current players?
It is current players in the Premier League. I have a randomized order on my piece of paper. You don't know who's coming after the next, or whoever I say.
Center backs and wing backs?
It is almost, actually, it's all center backs.
Great.
We do it current form, or
we're doing
fully healthy?
Current form right now. No injuries, nothing. If they're all healthy on current form.
All right.
You have to rank them in order, and you guys have to agree on it. Okay? You guys have to agree on it.
We about to put Virgil at 10.
Wait,
where he belongs.
Is this 1 to 5 or what is it?
We're going 1 to 10, my boy. 1 to 10.
All right. I'll keep track.
Give us a name. Give us the first name.
We got Dinkelberg keeping track. Let's ride Broncos country. First name is Christian Romero.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew it. He's going to be the bar. So what? Top
6?
Top 2? Top 3? I mean.
He said top 1?
No, but seriously, this is what we have to do. We do this ranking. We have to do the bar. And I think he's top 5 in the league. I'm comfortable with 5. And you're getting the fucking Spurs fan that's saying that.
I think
I'm
5.
good with 4. Winks has got 4. Run it up.
I think it should be
Hey.
6.
5, bro.
Okay.
Henry.
Think
Dirty
who else
ass
we got?
player.
We got Verge, we got Diaz, we got Stones. Like that, you know what I mean? Who?
Yeah, I think he's top 5. I'm good
Both
with
Arsenal center backs. Yeah, that's true.
that. I think
Maybe
I think
Think
6.
about them.
I would say 5. I feel really
Got
comfortable.
Maguire,
Yeah,
current form.
I feel comfortable with 4, maybe 5 center backs ahead of him, and I just don't know who Butch is going to choose. So
I'm good with 5 or
I-
6.
Stick me at 5. Lock
All
it.
right, 5 it is.
5 for Christian Romero.
I think he would have
Number
had 10.
2 is William Saliba.
8.
Bro, the center backs are
You're on
hard.
crack.
He said 8.
Current form, you're on crack
You
cocaine.
might go 4.
Hey, can we change Romero's? Doesn't Romero have a red card right now?
You can't change
What are
it.
we on about
It's
Romero?
locked in. It's locked in. Like Dobes' parlays every week. It's locked in, baby.
Do we think he's better or worse than Romero?
Better. Every day of the week.
So then I think 4.
Yeah, I'm
He
fine
didn't
with
play.
that.
He didn't play in the World Cup final though.
I don't.
I'm
talking
2 or
current
3.
form. Yeah, I'm with Wings. I'm 2 or
We
3.
don't know who he's gonna pick.
I think 3. He's definitely a top 4 center back in the league.
Nick, after the last time we did this blind rankings, I'm not taking any of your suggestions into account because your takes were atrocious.
We had a great blind rankings last time. What are you on about?
Because we all
Agreed
against
to it.
almost every pick.
Oh,
we had.
it's because we outvoted you, bro.
No, I was right with Enzo.
Hold on. What are we thinking on Saliba?
3.
I think that
3. I'm good with 3.
Okay.
We could go 2, and if he says Stones, be like Stones is a center midfielder.
Facts, though, bro.
I'm
So
good
we
with
got-
3. I'm good with 3. I think he could. I could be. I think on his day it could be anywhere 1 to 3.
All right, let's lock that in. We're going to lock that in at a 3 spot. All right. We got Romero at the 5. Our next player is Sven Botman.
Good shout.
Newcastle. Best defender on Newcastle by a mile.
Better than Lascelles?
Lascelles, boy.
Better than Trippier.
Well, pure defender, 100%.
7.
That's a tough one, bro.
6.
7 or 8 for me.
I don't think he's better than Romero, but I don't think he's all that far off.
I agree.
So
I like the 7 shout.
let's do 7.
7 or 8.
There's got to be 3 worse than him.
You're going to go 7.
What about 6?
I think 7, bro. I wanted to say 8.
All right, 7.
Let's lock that in at 7.
All right, I'm okay with 7.
Sven Botman. Okay. Next is Kyle Walker. I threw him in because he plays center back sometimes.
This is so skeet, man.
No, you know. Guardiola said, I'm going to play a 3-2.
He's better than Saliba.
Bro, you didn't give us a formation.
Gotta go.
You didn't say we're playing 3 back.
Bro, this isn't a formation tactical thing, bro. This is
All right.
this Kyle Walker
gotta be
plays
2.
center back for City.
Kyle Walker as a center back.
Are you doing Luke Shaw next?
Luke Shaw is a poor man's Kyle Walker at center
Where
back.
does Pierre Hoiberg fit on this list?
Yeah, bro.
Frankie
Okay.
Young.
So is Kyle 2?
Casemiro played there once.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh my god. Just rank Kyle Walker, bro.
Is he 2?
Bro, because I don't think he's a top 5 center back. No.
Okay.
He might be the best right back in the league, but
Yeah. I would like if we threw him in a back 4 at center back, I think I'd feel fine with like an 8.
Really? See, I'm taking him over a lot of these guys still.
Exactly.
8. Fuck you.
Exactly.
dude.
What do you mean? Kyle Walker's one of the best defenders in the Prem.
But he's a wing back. He's not a center. It's a completely different position. Like I can never play center back.
He's played there for England, bro. He's played center back for England.
In a 3 though, like it's different.
In a 3, yeah.
I would
It is different, but
in this list as a center back, I would say an 8, just because like he's
You're
still
taking
decent.
Botman over him?
Hell yeah.
as a
As
center
a
back.
center back.
Yes. I you don't have to keep saying that. I understand that. He played
Yes.
center back.
Again,
Kyle
again,
Walker.
Ricky Bottom.
Again, you're gonna get outvoted here, Nikki.
Okay, have fun.
Hey,
Hopman's injured as fuck right now, so
And I think that's
No.
wild.
You going 8?
yeah.
That we're putting Kyle Walker at 8.
we should clarify in the graphic.
As a center back.
You're acting like the man's never played it in his life. He has.
He
He's done
has
a
played a
great
lot.
job. A lot.
Brother, like, so has Luke Shaw. So has Casemiro.
Yeah,
so
and-
has Scott McTominay.
And would you take Luke Shaw at center back over Botman?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Never in a million years.
Okay. Sounds good.
And Luke Shaw,
All right,
center back,
hey.
has like the highest win percentage.
All right, that's why I'm shocked. I'm shocked by that take. I think that could be a take in and of itself.
All right. Hey, we're moving on. We got Kyle Walker locked in the 8 spot. Winks, get that down, baby boy.
It's
All right, next
down.
one. Next one is Thiago Silva.
Nick, 1.
Hold on. What spots do we have open? What
We have 1, 2, 4, 6, 9, 10.
You want me to be honest? He's the reason
Fine.
why I wanted Romero at 6 because I think Thiago should have been 5.
9. Straight up, I'm being so honest.
Current form.
You're crazy.
Why? Debate me on it.
I'm pretty sure we're in the top 5 on goals allowed, and he's been our starting center back every single time. He just scored a goal for us, and he's 38 years old. He's a fucking Rolls Royce.
I'm not interested in goal scorers. I'm interested in center backs.
Okay, exactly. And I just gave you a stat that proves
listen,
that he's a great center back.
Brother, you're bragging about him scoring a goal in a game where he gave
That's not the only thing I said. Did you hear everything else that I talked about? You're just bringing up the one thing I said. Oh, he scores goals too.
It's not fun, is it?
Fucking unreal.
Okay, think about. I don't know how much you're watching.
You can
golf.
say 9. That's fine, Hen. I'll get out.
But, like,
you guys are wild.
I was gonna say 6.
I was gonna say 6. I see where Henry's coming from here, though.
Dude, you go head to head, and you're
He
building-
starts at United.
You have Sven
100%.
Botman or Thiago
100%.
Silva. Sven Botman.
Brother, you're comparing him to Lindelof. Like yes, he starts at United.
and Varane.
No, he doesn't start over either of them.
I think so.
No.
That's wild.
So
what are we
we're
doing?
gonna go. Are we locking in 6?
Winks has just been quietly laughing over here.
Yeah,
I know, because I'm thinking it's obviously Nick. I'm taking this on current form. Like as a career, he's way higher up that list, obviously. But yeah,
I'm good with 9.
no, I think I like this. I think I definitely like the 6 spot more than the 9 spot.
Okay, I'm good with it.
6 spot for Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm good with it.
next we got Virgil van Dijk.
Current form?
Current form. Yeah, and you guys can't clown around and
is that 9
freaking-
spot still open?
Yeah,
Bro,
it
you can
is.
9 spot these nuts. We're not 9 spotting anything with that. Okay, hold on a second.
I'm pretty sure you don't have a say in this, right?
I don't, but I don't want any bias because everybody hates on Virgil.
But you
No, he's fucking insane. But this year,
we left these 3 spots. We left spots open up top because we knew we were gonna get him. We were probably gonna get Diaz. We're probably gonna like.
brother, you are, but Butcher, you are Bob Barker, bro. You say stuff and you let us talk.
He said.
All right,
He's
I'll be quiet. You guys
He's had
debate.
great
bro.
performances and really poor performances, but I think
What spots do we have left?
Yeah, what do we have open?
1, 2, 4, 9,
1,
10.
2, 4, 9, 10. Yeah.
I feel fine with where we are. To put
Who's
him
at
number
3?
2, but if they say Diaz and Stones,
That's what I
I'm
was gonna
pissed.
say.
Yeah.
You're going 4?
Who's at 3 right now?
No,
We just
I
don't know
like-
who Butch is gonna say.
Dude,
Saliba's
I
at
also,
3.
Do we
if
think
we're
he's
going
better than
on-
Saliba?
Hold on.
I would be
think
comfortable-
form is
I would
thrown
be
out the
comfortable-
window with Stones because we haven't even seen Stones in fucking.
True.
Stones would fit great into that 4 spot. I'm okay with Virgil too. I don't know if he's
That's a
better
good-
than Saliba this year, but I think if
we
anyone has a
need
shot,
it on the record that I would take Saliba over him.
And
I'm comfortable putting him at 2.
okay,
We
lock
know
it.
that.
I'm open.
Flip it, chat.
Cool with that.
Flip it. All right, where are we throwing him?
2.
Deuce.
The dose.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah,
Bitch.
Hoove, I love you, bro. Really like your sweater, bro. It's a nice sweater.
Thanks,
All right. Next one here. Next one here is we got Van de Ven, Mickey Van de Ven from Spurs.
Injured
I
as
knew
fuck.
this was
He's out until
coming.
January.
10.
I refuse to believe he's the worst center back we're going to list today. So
He's injured. I thought we were just doing current form.
No. I said
He
current
was-
form if they
yeah,
weren't
it
hurt.
he
is.
just got injured, and he was
See-
one of the best center backs in
Yeah.
the league.
I would take him over Kyle Walker at center back.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we fucked that up a little
The
bit.
6th spot would have been nice here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the Kyle Walker's what fucking threw us off. But it's all center backs and turns us into a hybrid center back.
Hey man, you never know. You never know what Pep's thinking nowadays.
What spots do we have open? 1, 2,
1, 4, 1, 4, 9, 10. I feel like he's got to go at 9.
I can't consciously put him at 4, but I don't think he's been that far off of one of the best center backs this league.
I agree. I also
I
think
agree
he's
with
better
you.
than. I also think he's better than Romero.
Yeah, I'm not against that either.
I mean,
Let's go 4. Let's do 4.
I'm down with 4.
Real quick. Who else could this man name?
Ruben
Diaz,
Diaz,
Stones.
any United center back.
He's going to have
Yeah.
Maguire. It's going to be Maguire and Diaz to end it.
Let's go 4.
We
Let's go
should save 10 for Maguire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go 4.
I'm good with 4. Yeah, I think he's been better than Romero.
I'm good with that.
I agree. Why?
He's been better than Thiago Silva too.
5.
All right. Next one is Ruben Diaz.
1.
Uno!
Okay.
God, he's so good.
Stones, man. Okay.
Next one is Lewis Dunk.
Oh,
10.
9.
Is that what we got left?
9. Maguire's 10, bro.
Now, hey, Maguire starts over him for England. I'm putting Dunk at 10. I'm putting getting my boy some respect.
boy.
All right.
Current form.
Yep.
He's going to throw a curveball now. He's going to pick someone off top of his head now.
Wait, so you picked? No, I'm not going to cheat. So you picked 10.
Yeah.
10 for Lewis Dunk. All right.
We have what? We have 2, 9.
You
just
got
9.
you just got the 9 spot.
Just going to who?
It's going to Maguire.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's going to Harry, bro. The friend is not left.
I don't mind the list, to be fair.
I'm so
I've been
glad
trying
we
to
put
tell
Mickey
y'all,
Van de Ven
Maguire
at
is a
4.
top 10 center back.
Well, I picked current form, and obviously Leach has been hurt all year, so you can't put him in there.
Hey, Winks, read this back. I think I'm actually kind of happy with our list.
I like it.
I am too.
yeah, I don't hate it. We have Ruben Diaz at 1, VVD at 2, Saliba at 3, the Tottenham boys, Mickey and Romero at 4 and 5, Thiago Silva at 6, Sven Botman at 7, the wing back at 8.
Oh, we may have nailed this. We may have nailed this, dude.
We have, but the fact that you guys think Romero is better than Silva just really
drunk.
hurts me.
You're
'cause
drunk.
Fuck.
Had we done
He
it,
said you're drunk.
What?
I'm gonna be honest. I think you guys nailed it. I think you
Dude.
guys absolutely nailed it.
It's good. It's good.
Because I think the 1, 2, and 3 are all interchangeable, like in my opinion, like on any given day.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Mickey Van de Ven's been better than the next 3 guys on that list.
100%.
So I thought that was
Yeah.
a great shout.
can
Yeah.
you tell us again, Butch, the order that you gave it to us in?
Yeah. So the first one was Romero.
Mm-hmm.
Second one was
Saliba,
Saliba was next.
Sven,
Botman. Kyle Walker.
okay,
And then we had
Thiago and VVD.
Thiago Silva 5, VVD 6. We had 7 Mickey,
Mickey hamstring.
and then Diaz 8, Dunk 9, and Maguire at 10.
Yeah, I think based on that, I think we did. Dude, that's
Whoa.
that's back-to-back blind rankings that we fucking nailed, I think.
You guys did an excellent job. Excellent job. I think you're pretty spot on. Pretty spot on. Hoove, you got to feel good about this with your boys 4 and 5 right in the middle of the pack.
I know. We're not even going to see him for the rest of 2023. How insane is that? They were two of the center back pairing at the time was insane. It worked so well, but
You could put any different healthy United center back pairing, anything, and they would have been 9 or 10 in this list.
Yeah. No. Excellent job from the fellas. Hey, to all our listeners, if you agree or disagree with these blind rankings, let us know, man. Shoot us a little DM. Shoot us a little response in the Twitter, Instagram, TikTok messages. All right. We're here to please y'all. Okay. So let us know your thoughts. Thanks for tuning into the episode. It was a great time hosting Bucci Main. From all the fellas and myself, we wish you guys a great week. We'll see you next time, bruv.
Cheers.
Boys.
Cheers.